Greetings, Billings, and welcome back to another edition of the Billings Beat. I'm your host, local realtor, and founder of ELEPHAS Real Estate Group, Beyer. Today I'm here with husband-wife duo Niko and Kayla, owners of 406 Memories, to learn more about them and their business.
Yeah.
Niko, Kayla, thank you so much for joining me today.
Hey.
Hey.
Thank you so much for
Having us.
Absolutely.
Having us,
It's
coming
a
over.
pleasure.
It's kind of fun sitting on this side of the camera.
It doesn't happen very often, does it?
No.
So guys,
That's awesome.
406 Memories.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that right? Did I get it backwards again?
No.
Okay.
406 memories. Yep.
I think you guys are fairly well known in the community. I think you guys get a lot of work, but tell us a little bit about your business. What you guys do, what services you offer.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to let Niko take the reins on this one so I don't word vomit everywhere.
So basically, 406 Memories, we started as a photography and DJ company, and as far as we know, we're the first in Montana to do both services. And what we wanted to do is combine our strengths for events and weddings in particular, so we can provide both photography and DJ services at events of any scale. And we take our expertise and our shared knowledge to accomplish that. And then what we do sometimes separately is we like to specialize in our own separate types of photography, and then together we come in as a wedding team. So Kayla likes to do the boudoir photography, and she can talk a little bit about that. And then I love shooting couples and love doing branding sessions, marketing, product demonstrations as well, because I really enjoy that part of the business marketing aspect. But as a team, we're really focused on weddings and couples and just going around Montana and Wyoming throughout to majestic places and great venues to get those weddings. So that's what we really enjoy. So Kayla can talk a little bit about her boudoir photography, and then later I can talk about like DJ services and what we've added so far.
Yeah, so I guess I specialize in the boudoir photography. I like calling myself an empowerment photographer over like just a boudoir photographer, because my job is to empower women with using my photos instead of just being a photographer. It's all about being, what's the word I'm looking for? Like having the experience to feel better about yourself compared to just getting photos done. So that's what I do. On the opposite side of this wall, my whole studio is over there. I do outside. It's a lot of fun. Like me and the women are good. So yeah, that's what I like doing. And then I also help Niko with like the social media stuff. I also help with editing. I help do a lot of the back end stuff because I stay at home with the kids on times when Niko's here, and then we flip flop. But when I'm at home with the kids, I do a lot of the back end stuff.
It's nice that you guys are able to do that, you know, that you are able to share the responsibility of the child and the workload that you have here at the business. That's nice.
I mean, I think
that's like the process of like every day, like balancing every day, because kiddos, we have two kids, Axel and Alice. They're 2 and 6, so they're growing, and they need so much attention and stuff. So like you were saying, like balancing that in our relationship and the business, like we get to spend a lot of time together, and then figuring out all those, like, but yeah, it's awesome journey for sure.
Sounds like you're doing well.
Thank you.
So Niko, the DJ, tell us more about that.
Yeah, that's basically, how I started in the wedding industry. Actually started with a photo booth. I just started cutting pictures for people and giving them their photo that they had taken with their
How old were you
with their loved ones. So I started probably when I was 16.
Wow.
And
what an entrepreneur.
Yeah, right.
And then I saw my friends DJing weddings. I have friends that were artists, and they were comfortable in front of crowds, and I started seeing that, and they started teaching me their ways and how they like to manage crowds and get people going. So I started doing those type of things, like 50th birthday parties, anniversaries, and then going to actual weddings and like bigger events. And then that's how I started DJing since I was in high school. So then when I turned 18, I really started with the DJing. And then when I met Kayla, I was DJing like for the college or little events like high school and things like that. And then finalizing college, Kayla and I started thinking about, you know, what we want to do further. And then she really gave a good idea of like, you know, you need to do what you're good at and then do what you love. And that's basically how 406 Memories got started, is while I was in college.
Had a dream, and I said, let's do it.
Yeah.
I was like, what's stopping us?
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. I've always wanted to be involved with cameras and technology and like the mixers and DJ equipment and stuff like that, which is podcasts and stuff I hear. Like this is what I love being a part of. So
He loves chords.
I do love chords.
What are you going to do when everything goes cordless?
Yeah, it's hard.
We're
It's
gonna have all
hard.
these chords in our storage.
Yeah, I'm not against cordless stuff, but we still need some cords.
Let me ask you this. I mean, you said 50 anniversaries, college parties. I mean, as a DJ, you really have to be able to change your mode and your personality based on the type of party that you're hosting, right? You can't be like a college party DJ at a 50th anniversary.
No.
Exactly, that's not going to work.
Please
Is that
don't
a
walk.
challenge? I mean, how do you manage that? Just experience, or?
Yeah, so I would say out of anything, like my biggest strength is being flexible. So being able to like be flexible to those, and what I'm best at is reading the crowd too. So I understand like, you know, like the 60th anniversary or 60th birthday party is gonna need completely different, you know, smoothness of tracks and different song selections as opposed to like a college party.
Right.
So being able to be flexible and having like the variety of music to be
Right.
able to pick from that is
Right.
essential. So I think that's what makes me successful is in the DJ portion of things, is being able to adapt to those
Right.
situations. And yeah.
I mean, the first time you DJ'd, let's talk about your first
Yeah,
DJ
let's talk about the
experience.
first time.
We actually just talked about this together not
Yep.
too long ago.
What was that like? I mean, were you nervous? Were
Oh,
you
yeah.
gung-ho? I mean, was it a success?
I was nervous.
Or?
I was nervous for sure. The first one that I did by myself, I did before, like where I shadowed people and I was learning. But with the one I did by myself, it was just a dance studio party that they had in their little dance studio. And yeah, I was struggling the first time, man. I had my dad drop me off, and then
Carpool.
and then I was actually struggling with like putting the things together at first, and then my dad helped me out. But then it's like, you know, like every event is why I say every event teaches you something,
Right,
you know. So
Yeah.
like
Every failure is a lesson.
after doing, you know, dozens and dozens of events, then gets to like hundreds, like then you pick up like those experiences and those pieces of knowledge that can help you in the next ones. So yeah, the first one I think I did okay. I wouldn't say I was proud of it because I was fumbling about at first, but it's the progress, you know.
Yeah.
So now I feel way
Where you
comfortable.
started.
How many would you say you've done now? If you had to guess.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I would say with all of the events, including like the photo booth that I did before, the DJing that I did before, and the events that we've done now as 406 Memories, I would say around 300
Wow.
events and weddings, from like proms to anniversaries to mostly weddings. That's what we do most every weekend. But that's what I would say. All throughout Montana and Wyoming, and then Kayla. When we started, that's when we really started traveling more places.
Yep.
So you guys, all of Montana,
Yep.
all of Wyoming, or parts of Wyoming?
Usually parts of Wyoming
Parts.
because of the travel situation. We feel like Wyoming's a very underserved community,
Right.
and they need those types of services and stuff. But once you get to the lower side, sometimes people are going to the other states and stuff. But
Right,
we
right,
still
right.
do
Yeah.
Wyoming, but mostly
Like right through
northern.
there.
Right. So only part of Wyoming because that's where the demand is.
Yeah.
If there was other parts of Wyoming that wanted you to do it, you'd go there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we would.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, if someone wanted us to go to North Dakota, we go to North Dakota
Oh, really?
too.
All
Yeah.
right, good to know.
We love to travel.
China?
And, like, yeah.
We love to travel.
One day.
That'll be the goal, right?
That's the goal.
Boudoir. Did I say that right? Boudoir
Boudoir.
photography?
Boudoir.
Everyone
Boudoir.
says it differently.
Everyone says it
Boudoir.
differently, and I let everyone say it the way they want to. I never correct them because I just let you say it.
So you talked about the goal of Boudoir, right?
Yeah,
That you
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to empower women
Yeah.
and make them feel, I think, glamorous.
Yeah, empowered,
beautiful.
feel good.
Can you elaborate a little more about what boudoir is?
It's a type of photography that makes a woman feel empowered.
Right.
So, it's mostly just the woman in the photos, and that could be with her clothes on if she wants her clothes on. That could be wearing lingerie if they want to wear lingerie. It could be them wearing nothing, whatever makes the woman feel comfortable. I take photos of that. There's usually hair and makeup involved. A lot of women that I take photos of are moms that want to feel, good or better after they have kids,
Right.
or a lot of other people other women that I take photos of, or they just got through a divorce. So a lot of the times when I'm taking these photos, it's when women are kind of in like a vulnerable area,
Right.
and they need something to pick themselves up.
Right.
So the whole process is about the service or the experience that I give them to feel good. It's so a woman will come in here, she'll get her hair and makeup done. We hang out, we have coffee. Sometimes we have mimosas if they want mimosas. It's all about like feeling good. And then we do the session. So if they want to wear the lingerie, we go over on the other side of this wall and I pose them. I tell them exactly what they need to do to look, I guess, good.
Do you have outfits?
Yeah, I have lots of outfits. I call myself a lingerie collector because I love lingerie. I have so many outfits back there. Like every single time I get a new package, it's usually lingerie. And it goes like, "Can you stop getting so much lingerie?"
We have enough lingerie.
But I love it.
And it's
cool.
it's an investment for your business.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. Yeah, and it's fun. I'm like, oh my gosh, this would look so beautiful on someone. Like, I want to take a photo of this. So yeah.
And then Kayla, like, I feel like she's really proud of building that because when we first started, she didn't have that, and then now she's built this whole closet where clients can use that, and also like the space that she's built.
Yeah, I guess I didn't start the boudoir photography until like a year after we had our business. When we first started, we did all types of photography. We didn't know what we liked when we first started, so we did it all. And I still have a passion for what we do, but there wasn't that spark,
You're spread too thin. You were going in too many different
Yeah.
directions.
Yeah, and
We like refocused and found out
refocused.
what we really like to do, like our niche, and then so that's what we really focused on for like 6 months is trying to figure out what we really love doing, because we really loved taking photos and being part of creating memories, which is why the name came about, like 406 Memories. Our mission is to create lifelong memories using the power of music and photography.
Wow, you still remember that motto.
So like, I think about that a lot. And then like Kayla was, she really focused on that and getting very knowledgeable and educated on that portion of things. And yeah, so talk a little bit about, I guess what you want to, I just elaborated on like, I'm just really proud of Kayla because of she's worked really hard to like build the boudoir photography part of the business, and now we have like this space where she gets to take photos, and it's really awesome. So it's really cool.
And it sounds like it's beyond photographs. It's almost like a service, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're helping women
Yeah.
feel good about themselves and feel empowered in
Yeah.
some instances, some of their most vulnerable times in their lives. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's a beautiful feeling taking a photo, right, of a woman that just right then and there, and I turn the back of my camera and I show them, and then they start crying. They're like, "There's no way that's me." Like, I'm like, "It is." I'm like, "I didn't even edit it. This is you on the camera right now."
Yeah.
So it's very fulfilling as a woman helping other women feel like that, and it's a great.
Like do it for yourself, right?
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about like the do it for yourself thing?
Do it for yourself. Oh, honestly, what? So like my whole motto is do it for yourself, because a lot of women think that they have to do it for someone, like they have to. If they don't have someone, they don't need to do it. But I'm all about doing it for yourself.
Right.
And when you do it for yourself, I've noticed that the women that do, the photos turn out way better, and they feel so much better after everything. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like that.
Sorry, I could talk about it for hours if I could.
That's
but-
okay. We have time.
No, it's okay.
We got a camera.
Nope. This is all about 406 memories.
She's
406
passionate.
memories per drop. But I'm very passionate about it.
Yeah.
It's really crazy to me to see like where I was a few years ago, and I finally found something that I'm just all for it.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's nice to find that passion and that
Yeah.
drive and that thing you enjoy doing, and the
Yeah.
fact that you're creating so much joy. I think both of you and both what you do, hosting parties, taking
Yeah.
wedding photographs, the boudoir photographs.
Yes.
It's beyond just taking a picture.
Mhm.
You are creating memories.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I
Yes.
remember, so the whole name that, like, when we created the name, we're like, so many photographers, like, do just their name photography.
Right,
and I was
right,
like,
right.
I want to do something different.
Right.
So we had, like, some wine one night, and we were doing face masks together, and we were sitting there, and I was like, memories. 406 memories. That's the name. And we just loved it. Like,
And
don't
I
know,
just
it was
had an
good.
image in my head of you guys drinking wine with your face masks on.
Yes, we have to do that more often.
Yeah, we do.
Is this a nightly thing or? But
It's when we get the best ideas.
okay, yeah, so maybe you need to do it more often.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It was good. I think I was having a really crappy day at, like, my job too, that I was currently working, and you're like, let's drink some wine with some face masks and just chill out. So
I think it's actually a really good name too because it says well, photographs create memories,
Yeah.
but then you also have the connection of Billings. So
Mhm.
I think that those wine, the wine and the face masks, I think it paid
It
off.
worked.
You guys, yeah, it worked well.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Running a business can be challenging, right? I mean,
Yeah.
there's ups, there's downs,
Yep.
there's
Yeah.
the beginning, and then the difficulty and the fights and the lessons
Yeah.
learned. What has surprised you most about running a business?
I think all of our
What do you think?
I think it's personally for me. I'm sure it's different for Niko, but I feel like I would have never guessed that we would be where we're at today. Like all of our accomplishments, right? Like when we first started this, I never knew it could be as what it is today. So I think just the accomplishments and everything, how we push each other and how we just keep pushing each other and we keep bettering ourselves, I think is probably the coolest thing.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I don't think I could say any better. So just gonna go with that.
Done.
Done.
Is there anything that most people don't know about 406
Yeah.
Memories? Something that may surprise the people who are familiar with your business or those who don't know your business?
So I think there's two things that
Yeah,
we should talk
go ahead.
about. So I think the first thing is I want to talk about how Niko and I met just for a second because it's kind of a crazy story. I don't know if you know, but
Yeah.
it's a fun story, and I think when people hear it, they're like, "Oh yeah, that's crazy that like this happened and they have this right now." So Niko and I, we only knew each other for a very short time. We met online, and he was here in Billings. I lived in Missoula.
Yep.
And I came here, visited some friends. I met him online, and I went back to Missoula. I was like, "Hey, come hang out with me. Like, I want to show you Missoula." He did.
Because I'd never been there
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. He hopped on a bus and he went there.
With like the little money I had
yeah,
at the time.
Yeah. And we spent like a week and a half together, and we just fell in love and we
Wow.
got married.
Shortly after.
So like we knew each other for like 2.5 weeks, and then we decided to get married.
Wow.
And now we have a beautiful Axel,
Mhm.
and we have this amazing business, and we're very strong.
What a leap of
couple.
faith.
Yeah,
That was
exactly,
awesome.
right? I feel like our whole relationship is just that whole leap of faith.
Yeah.
It's like,
Because that's when people like talk to us about like when we have couples that meet with us
Mhm.
and they say like, well, we kind of got married fast and this and that, and then
or, yeah.
our saying is just like when you know.
You know.
Yeah.
And that's what they say too. Like they're like, yeah, when you know, whether they're been engaged for like 3 months or been engaged for like 2
5
years,
years or
like
whatever.
the feeling that you get is like, I don't know, like that's what they say, when you know, you know.
know, you
So
know.
then
Yeah.
that's where we've been. And of course, like love is like a choice every day, like with
Mhm.
you, us running our business and being together and stuff. So like,
Yeah.
it's been awesome. Yeah.
I think the
What's
other,
the other
thing is your background.
Yeah.
I think you're
So
strong.
Kayla, wanted me to talk about me being bilingual, and the fact that I speak Spanish. Like Spanish is my first language, so we really want to be a part of like cultural events and things that we can incorporate that in here in Billings and in Montana, and yeah, that's the one thing as well as we just recently this wedding season started doing video for weddings. It's like the number one thing that people regret about weddings is not having a wedding film, a wedding video done. So doing that, at least capturing, you know, the first look when bride sees groom walking down the aisle, all those important moments, like capturing that on video, and then having other team members actually joining us as a like a team to tackle a wedding, then that's something new that we're trying to spread the word on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who took your wedding photos?
Well,
Did you do selfies?
Yeah, we only
Yeah.
had like a few. That's something that, you know, going back on it, we just went to the courthouse and got married, right? Because it was so fast. But I look back on the things that I wish I could have had, like at weddings. I'm like
As a
jealous
girl.
of over, like almost. But yeah,
Yeah.
there's like definitely a few things that I wish.
So maybe there's possibility of, I don't know what they call it. They call it re-elope or something.
Or like
where-
a
Vow renewal?
vow renewal. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that because
Been thinking about it.
my wife and I didn't have a ceremony either?
Oh no.
Maybe we could have a duel.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You guys could be
Yeah.
in that corner. It's
I
like
really,
what they do in
I really
Vegas.
like the whole elopement thing,
Yeah, I do
and I
too.
think that's a huge trend that's happening now in Montana, and just in general across the country. People are hiring a photographer and going on a trip with them, for example, to like a national park, like Zion National Park or Glacier National Park, and spending a whole weekend with them. Not really that many people, not really that many family or friends, just them,
More
and
of an
then getting
intimate-
those like that intimate connection photos. And I think that's something that I would like to do, but also spending time with like your loved ones is really important. So
Now, you did mention that videography is something that you guys will probably be adding to your repertoire, but is there anything else new or exciting that the community should know about?
yeah, we are also like sponsoring TEDx. We're like one of the main sponsors for TEDx Billings, and we've been helping throughout with the whole speaker headshots and just photographing the salon and main events. That's really exciting for us. As 406 Memories, we get to sponsor that and be a part of the whole process and bring something cool to Billings that hopefully will get people connected and having new conversations about, you know, technology, like education, design, and just community as a whole. So we're really, really excited about that on next year. And this salon event we just had last week.
Goals for the next year?
So we, before you came in here, we were like, what is our goal for the next year?
Oh,
And we
so I
both,
helped
like,
you set goals.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like it's kind of interesting because Niko and I both have like different goals, and then we also have like one goal that we want to achieve together. And I think the thing that we want to achieve together is we want to be more destination. So we want to start doing more of those elopements, and we want to start doing more destination photography.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Go to those beautiful places like we were talking about, the national parks like Glacier and Zion, or of those natures. Like we've been to like all the major venues in town and the surrounding areas, and we love Billings and the community, but we also like traveling. Like I love traveling, and that's like a part of me. So then being able to like explore new locations and get some amazing mountain backgrounds, that's our goal, to do more. Maybe, you know, even like an out of the country wedding at some point. You know,
not in the
that's,
next year, but probably in the next
I
5
think
years.
you can still attract it.
Yes, we can.
So if someone's getting married in Mexico, we would love that.
I think
Cancun, Cabo.
right, one of those.
Everything.
Please hit us up. We'll pay for the ticket. We just want to go there.
Yeah.
So I think the other thing, like another like goal within the year, is just being innovative and doing things differently, especially in the wedding industry. I feel like so many people are just stuck in there, and we want to just be innovative and do things differently.
Yeah,
in the next
I love that.
and
That's
I feel
great.
like we already kind of do, and I think that's why we kind of like are starting to get more into the
More known in the
more
community.
known, is because we try to do things differently. than
Shake
most.
things up a little bit.
Yeah,
huh?
exactly. And people
Yeah.
don't like that, but I love it. Like, change
we
energizes
gotta
us.
shake. Yeah, we gotta shake things up. I mean,
Yeah.
we love being part of like the growth of Billings, and if we can do anything to give another option to the community and try to keep moving the industry, but just like Billings as a whole forward, like that's a big goal.
Yeah, awesome. I
Yeah.
like that. If someone in the community in Montana and Wyoming, anywhere in the world, I guess, wants to work with you guys, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Man, we're on everything. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we have a website, 406memories.com.
Yeah, that would be the best way to start, like
Probably.
406memories.com on like an inquiry, and then that'll send us an email that way on what you would be in, type of service you would be interested. But yeah, like Kayla said, we have social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and email is 406memories@gmail, and then our phone numbers as well. That is all on the website too. So best hub probably is the website, and then all the other
Branch out
channels.
from there,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
And even on our website, there's little links that you can go to our Facebook and our Instagram. And
Niko, Kayla, thank you so much.
you're welcome.
Your business is awesome. You know, I think you guys have had great success. You guys work together so well. It's kind of like it's a fairy tale story, kind of, right?
I know.
mean, it's an awesome
crazy.
story to learn about and to hear about, and
Yeah.
so romantic. So, look forward to seeing you guys do more in the community.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully, you know, maybe my wife and I will what is it called? Not re-elope.
The
Vow renewal.
Vow renewal.
Yeah, there you go.
And we'll have you guys over there taking
Yeah.
photos and videos of us.
Thank you.
Keep us posted on anything new that's taking place in the business.
Yeah.
Billings, with that, this is the Billings Beat. Neil Beyer, ELEPHAS Real Estate Group, signing off. Cheers.
Yay.